Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where we are all learning together to peace out, right? And I haven't had as many, I've had some practice this morning already. Been up a little while and I've already had some practice. I don't know if you have, but it's good practice because practice makes perfect, especially if you practice right. So we're practicing rolling it over onto God and taking His peace. And that's an ongoing process. There's not this button, there's not an end to it. But that's good because there's also not an end to His peace, right? And so we know that His peace is going to be here for us today. Today is actually Chris's anniversary, November 8th, 2008. That day is branded in my mind and my emotions, right? And so as I woke up this morning, if you've been following along the videos, I've chronicled the journey, and I'm pretty sure that that's going to end up being a podcast later. I'm not going to be doing the videos, but I'll be doing some podcasts on caregiving, and I've got a whole list of topics already. So I've been thinking about it, and it just kind of happened that way. And also all kinds of, I've still got printing going on in Pakistan, and there's all kinds of things going on here. So I've already talked to people in Pakistan. I've already talked to people. I've talked around the world already this morning, and so uh, in London, all kinds of different things going on this morning. And so I had to just take a moment and go, God's got me today, right? And so I reflect on the wreck and that day when my world got jerked out from under me and would never be normal again, right? And I thought, but God has been with me every step of the journey, just like He promised. And so I actually was looking for the scripture that says He's always the same, because I know that if He was with me then and He's always been with me, He's always going to be with me. And so I did. I found the scripture. It's in Hebrews 13, 8. It says that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So He's got us covered. He's always been with us. He will be with us in our now moments right now, today, and He's going to be with us in our future now moments as they arrive. He's already been in the future. He's not bound by time, right? But as I was reading that, I backed up a little bit, because it says, for God has said, this is in verse 5, it says, I will never fail you. I will never forsake you. Now, this is a quote out of Deuteronomy. He said it again to Joshua. So it's been something that, and Jesus even said it. So He's not going to leave us. Today is not the day He's going to say, I think I'm done. I've said that a few times in some different circumstances, right? Don't we all get to that place sometimes? He doesn't get frustrated with us. He doesn't run out of mercy. He doesn't run out of grace. He doesn't wake up and go, I just don't want to do this today. I just don't feel it today. No, He is always with us, and He will never forsake us. If he just doesn't have it in Him to forsake us. We can trust that no matter what this day brings, good, bad, in between, if we chill all day, that would be nice. That's a nice thought. I don't know how that ever would happen, but if we could just chill all day and drink coffee and stare at the wall, that's what I'd really like to do today. And if I could do that, He wouldn't go, okay, well, I'll come back and check on you in a minute. He's got me. He's got me body, soul, and spirit. He's got me covered. He's got me in His heart. He's got me written in the palm of His hand. And he was excited about August 5th, 1960, because He knew I was going to make my entrance into time. And He said, whoa, this is going to be a great walk. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be surprising. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be a great walk. And he planned on it. He couldn't wait till we entered into time so that He could be with us in time and throughout all eternity. And He's not going to leave us anytime. That's amazing to me, because people leave me all the time, right? All my life, people have left me. Oh, yes, I have abandonment issues, but I know that God is not going, He doesn't have the capacity or the heart to leave us, because He loves us and wants to be with us. And that's the whole reason He created people to begin with us. He wanted to be with us, right? So but he can't go anywhere, because He's everywhere. So He literally cannot leave us, but He doesn't want to. That's the better part. Is because have you ever been stuck with someone and you couldn't leave, or you couldn't get out? Those are long days, right? He's not stuck with us. He wants to be with us. So it's His choice to never leave us, to never forsake us. Because somebody can be with you and forsake you emotionally. Somebody can be with you and be detached, right? And those are horrible, horrible, horrible things to walk through. God's not detached. He is with us, and He never changes. He's not going to just change His mind and go, I don't know why I did all this. Why did I do this? Right? He loves us. And so as I was reading that, it goes on down to the next verse. I think that's a 6, because it says, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. And like I said, he told that to the children of Israel in Deuteronomy. He affirmed that to Joshua in Joshua 1, I think it's verse 6. He said, I'm never going to leave you. Take courage. Be courageous. We can be courageous today because our God is with us no matter what. We're not going to face anything today that's going to make him go, oh, wait, hold on. No, he's already faced whatever we're going to face today because he sees all of time at once. We only see it as a line. We see it as linear. I don't think time's linear. I think it's cyclical. But anyway, we see it as a timeline, but God sees the whole timeline. He already knows what's down the road. He already knows what we're going to face today or not face today. And he still says, take courage. I'm not going to leave you. I will not forsake you. And the next verse says this. This is why we can say with confidence, not just say maybe, not say quietly, not say perhaps. We can say this with confidence. The Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. And so the deal is, no matter what happens today, good, bad, indifferent, doesn't happen today, whatever, because this world is a crazy place, right? We can know that God is in this day with us. And he's not just standing over in the corner going, whew, I hope you make it. Oh, that was close. Oh, man. No, he is our helper. He is the psalmist says, he's the protector, the keeper of our soul. That's our mind, will, and emotions. That part of us that's not going to die when this body gets too old and kills over, right? That part of us that's always going to be alive, that's going to be in eternity with him forever when this stuff is gone, whatever, however you believe that's going to work out, right? Then we know that God is going to be our helper today. He is with us to strengthen us. We can ask him for wisdom for our decisions. We can ask him for direction on what to do or not to do. And he's not going to, and even if we don't choose what he says, he doesn't go, okay, forget it, I'm out. Yeah, you're on your own. No, bye, goodbye. No, he just stands there and like kind of waits, like a parent, right? And goes, oh, when it messes up, I'll still be your helper. When you mess it up, when you make the wrong choice, I will still be right here. We can't make a bad choice and make God leave. We can run back to him and go, I need some more wisdom because I messed that one up. And he's like, I got you. I got you. He is the keeper, it says, the sustainer of our soul. He puts that energy in us. He puts that strength in his strength. He gives us his strength. He gives us his peace. He's already gave us mercies for today. When you woke up this morning, his mercies were there to greet you, whether you realized it or not, whether you thought you needed them or not. His mercies were there to greet us as soon as we woke up this morning. His peace has us covered for the day. His grace is sufficient. And God told Paul that in the middle of a really difficult time. If you look back at 2 Corinthians 12 and read down through all the things Paul has been through, and now he's sitting in prison writing back to the churches that he helped start across the region. And he's saying, I ask God to take these things away from me. I ask God, this thing really hurts. I have this one thorn that really hurts. God, can you take it away? And God said, my grace is enough. And I'm here to tell you today that God's grace is enough to carry you through anything that might come across your plate today, or anything that you wanted to be on your plate and got taken off today. Because loss is hard to navigate too, right? We can have during the pandemic. That was one of the things, is we lost that normal lifestyle for a short time, but it was a grief. It was a grieving process because we lost our world for a minute. Boy, if we just knew now what we knew then, right? But we're all right. Or if we knew then what we know now, I should say, right? And so, but in the middle of all that, God didn't go, oh, pandemics, I don't do pandemics. Oh, death, I don't do death. Oh, massive whatever this or that. Fill in the blank with whatever you got going on. God doesn't say, I don't do that. He keeps saying the same thing. I will never fail you. I will never forsake you. I am your helper. Do not be afraid. So don't be scared today. God's got you covered. Have a great day. Peace out. It's a great day to peace out. Peace out, and I'll see you bright and early Monday morning.